So today we have a crafting project and an experiment. I have never done this backwards kind of video before. We will see. I have a phone, I have a stand, and I have almost no media experience. So you can experiment along with me. I have a pair of scissors, some contact paper. It's the kind that has this thing on the back, and it's sticky underneath, and there's either a picture or something plain on top, like one color, but this one is full of roses and vines and things. And I'm going to try to cover this jar. So I start here and I measure the jar itself in a very low-tech way. If I wrap this around it, it will go about this far. And you can maybe see underneath here. See, here's the original piece. Here's this piece on top. And here's this leaf. And here's this, which is actually some kind of grain growing. And then I want to go somewhere to the leaf or the grain. I'm not sure. So I will experiment. And it's about this high. You can kind of see that there. I would think, because I can see it in the camera. Let's see. Now there's a rushing, rumbling noise in the background. That's the refrigerator. I have no idea how to work around it other than turn it off and turn off all the other machines and the background noises, which is a little much for me. So I'm going to cut here along this far edge, and we'll see how far it wraps. And cut here. Sorry about the bumping of the camera. Of course, that was not intentional, as I would know you would imagine. Now, wanting to go up to about here, because that's where the top of this goes. So I'm going to get these leaves too over here. But probably not above them. I'll get the flour. I'm going to go ahead and get the wheat. I can always cut that off. Of course, it could be rye or barley or oats. I think really it's just a general impression of grain. And I can come back and get that flour and collage it in if that's what needs to happen. I get this leaf and these leaves too. And put this aside and measure this here again. See how well that goes. It starts with a leaf and something bland. Goes around here like this. And it really is no more tall than this. In fact, it goes about there. That's the top of it. And I have to decide which I want on top. This underneath on top like this, or that underneath on top like that. Hard to say, really hard to say. I think I like it better, you know. I could just cut it off to here. I think I will do that. And then what happens? Yeah, that will work. I think I am about to run out of video, but I am not sure. I can keep going as long as it keeps going. We'll see. This is going to take some fiddly work because I'm going to cut along here like this to make it look nicer. Or I will just take this off and let that one be on top. I think I might do that. Hard to say. Because I'm going to trim it so this leaf, so this wheat or grain piece shows and this can show too. Maybe I do want that one on top after all. Sometimes it's really hard to make a decision about what exactly you want. But if you don't know, then you don't know. And you can't do anything at all. And then this can lift up like that. With these leaves on top like that. And this leaf can go on top like that. Then the wheat can go, or grains can go there. Leave those flowers alone. Cut around the grains. Lift this up here. Oh, that'll go. That'll do. Then you peel this piece off there. I'm getting it started. It's very hard to see. But the contact paper at the edge, the part underneath is a little bit longer than the part on top. And you just peel it off like this, carefully, so you don't rip where you cut. And if you're not too careful, if you're not careful enough rather, you get this. What I want is to cover up something that's gotten older with something that's fresher. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to look better. So I'm going to center this as best I can along the line I've already got there, the blue line. See how this folds. And that is not a straight set. So try again. If you smooth it out with something, I'm using my finger, but you can use what you want, of course. As they say, it's yours. You can make it how you want it to be. I'm not sure how the flowers are going to work exactly. That leaf is looking very nice. I can get this down there. Oh my. Is it going to go, or is it a mess? I think I messed it up. That's about as good as I'm going to get it right now. When it won't go closed like that, it just needs something more to go with. Here, my scissors. Try very carefully cut here along this edge as much as I can. It's not that I want it to look bad on purpose. It's that I'm only willing to spend so much time and effort on the thing. It is a matter of priorities sometimes. I do think the flowers underneath are very pretty. I'd like to see some of them. And then I go around and I cut off the parts that are just much too tall. They're not going to fit one way or another. I can collage them on top later, if that's something that I want to fiddle with. And when you have something rounded like this is rounded in here, you sort of have to, I don't know what the fancy words are, but you put some cuts so it can go flat like this. See, like that. And some more here. There's probably a sewing term for this. I don't remember what it is. I'm just going to cut these off, I think. They will be something pretty for later. I can get my scissors down in there, perhaps. I don't know. Sometimes if you can't do something one way, it'll work another. Now the blue is showing through. So I have to decide whether or not I want that. Not sure. This is probably going to need some tape. The glue on the back of the contact paper is not very strong. It's designed to go on a shelf or something flat like the cover of a book, or maybe a greeting card. But it's not meant to go around a curved piece of anything. So it doesn't need to be very adhesive as far as marketing is concerned and development. And I will probably just tape that down later. Maybe add a piece here and pick something out to put on top. Maybe this. That's kind of pretty. Actually, I like that a lot. I'd do that. Maybe cut these tabs off. And there it is. Collage is when you put two cut pieces together, glue them down like, sorry, that was a mess. I'm so sorry. Sorry, because it wasn't intentional, don't you know? And it may have been a little bit of vertigo. But this seam here, those two pieces, they're collaged together. And that's why I call it collage. So, thank you for joining me. Here's the piece. All done. I think we've been around at least once, because there's the seam. See you next time.